Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
I know we were assigned this game, but let's face it, this is the one we wanted, isn't it? A chance to watch an MVP candidate perform down the stretches 4 weeks ago. How are you feeling about his chances?
Well, I think he certainly has a shot. It's going to determine what he does and what the others around him do for these last 4 weeks. But more MVP chatter, it seems like, every year as you hit the month of December. This year's going to be no exception.
Yeah, I know he's not ranked number 1 right now, but if he plays up to his capabilities, I think he's going to win the thing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On 1st down, Ingram. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. 2 different things. They combine them.
9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, buddy, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
57 yards.
Third down, here's Haskins. And he's got Fitzgerald. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 29-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 23 carries, 75 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On the draw, this is Ingram. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's good.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Out.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Noah Spence. 4 yards on the pickup.
You got
and
it.
6
You got it.
at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Mahomes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys have now moved out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Malone, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Here's Riddick. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mahomes now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Draw play. Ingram now. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Ben A gain of 12.
31's the mic. Let's go,
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Lamar Miller. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go with a fullback line. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Riddick. And a short gain down to about the 33. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 33-yard line.
On the ground, it's Riddick. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So he needed a little assist from his friend, the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Mahomes pass intended for Jared Cook.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
57's Mike 57.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a 1st down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Oh, yeah!
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Reddick with a carry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44, Haskins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Second down at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Haskins. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Haskins. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hey, we got four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I'm coming for you, son.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 8-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Let's 57.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
I got you.
3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That one on Kyle Long, of course, the son of Hall of Famer Howie Long. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. This is Riddick on the screen. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The Bengals and Browns, this is one of our final few NFL 100 series games. And speaking of series, the 92nd meeting between these two teams. The Bengals holding the 50-41 all-time edge. Last year, the Browns won both games, one in November, then again on December 23rd. And both of these franchises founded by Coach Paul Brown, who, of course, the Browns are named after. But then he would later go downstate to help found the Bengals in May of 1967. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still 1st down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Browns.
Mahomes now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's Cameron Johnston now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
2 yards on the pickup.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
I got you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Slant route caught by Edelman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. The 34-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carlos Dunlap racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
This is Miller. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. Let's talk a little football one-on-one here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go,
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. In for the score. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense, trailing 17-10, a minute 15 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw, Mahomes. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They've had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.